Why don't we ever see hippos hiding in trees? Because they're really good at it. A hush falls over the classroom as our cartoon character saunters in, a mischievous glint in his eye. Good day, ladies and gentlemen of the teaching tribe. Here's a thought. You know how you always tell us to reach for the stars? Well, I tried last night and almost fell off my balcony. Health and safety, folks. The teachers chuckle, some rolling their eyes at the audacity of this young cartoon character. Undeterred, he continues. And speaking of safety, why is it that we practice fire drills when the school is not on fire? Shouldn't we be practicing them when the school is actually burning? Now, that's practical education. The room fills with laughter as the character pauses for dramatic effect before ending with, you know, they say the best way to get a teacher's attention is to fail a test. But then, who wants to be a teacher's pet anyway? Why did the scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. Now let's dive right into the heart of our lecture today. We all know that math can be a bit complex, right? Why, just the other day, I asked my math teacher, why do plants hate math? She looked at me, puzzled, and I said, because it gives them square roots. Moving on to science, it's a subject that really lights up my world. It's like the light bulb joke. How many science teachers does it take to change a light bulb? None. They get a bright student to do it for extra credit. And let's not forget about literature. Shakespeare once wrote, "All the world's a stage." But I think he forgot to mention that it's a stage for endless homework and tests. Speaking of which, why don't we ever see a book titled How to Survive Your Teacher's Love for Homework? Now that's a bestseller waiting to happen. Exams, oh, don't get me started on exams. They're like surprise parties, except the surprise is you forgot everything you studied. It's like the teacher is saying, surprise, you thought you knew this stuff? Well, think again. You know, teachers are a bit like magicians. They can always pull an unexpected test out of their hat and make our free time disappear. But hey, it's all part of the grand scheme of things, and let's not forget the timeless interaction between teachers and students. It's a unique bond, isn't it? We students make the perfect punchline to their well-crafted jokes. We're like the comedy duo that never signed up for the gig, but here we are. And that, dear teachers, is why you never ask a student to explain the law of gravity. They'll just say it's the reason their grades are always falling. Why don't some teachers need a television? Because they can just watch their students' drama unfold. Oh, the melodrama of student life. It's like a soap opera on steroids, wouldn't you agree? You can't make this stuff up, folks. And speaking of drama, let's delve into the dark corners of teacher eccentricities, shall we? Now, have you ever noticed how some teachers have a curious fixation with their chalk? It's like they're conducting an orchestra with that piece of calcium carbonate. I mean, really, who needs a baton when you've got a chalk stick? And let's not forget the teachers who are more interested in their own voices than in our understanding of the subject matter. You know the ones I'm talking about. They could talk for hours about the fascinating world of quantum physics or the intricate details of the French Revolution. But ask them to explain the homework and suddenly they're lost for words. But it's not all gloom and doom in the teaching world. Some teachers have their quirks that make us chuckle. Like the one who wears mismatched socks on purpose just to see if we're paying attention. Or the one who insists on calling everyone by their full name, even if it's longer than the entire periodic table. And now, for a little anecdote from the chaotic symphony that is a typical student's day. Picture this. You're rushing to class, juggling books, a half-eaten sandwich, and a piping hot coffee. You finally make it, only to realize you've left your homework at home. The teacher raises an eyebrow, ready to pounce. But you, being the quick thinker, blurt out, "I left it on my desk, sir, in my haste to save the world." So there you have it. A day in the life of a student full of drama, comedy, and a dash of superhero action. And remember, if a student is late for class because they were saving the world, they should still get detention. After all, superheroes need discipline too.